Hi, welcome to Survival Skills. So I'm on the Hateful server again. I'll put it in the description, the SMP. I think it's mchatefulbox.com, but check in the description if you want to know where I am. Come on and join me because anybody can come on here. It doesn't cost anything, and the more the better. Anyway, behind me is the mythical sausage build. I used that to get myself started with medieval builds, and to give myself some, to get some, pick up some tips and tricks, and to get some inspiration. But I don't want to try to mooch off of his build to make my videos. So let me just give you a quick look at this house, and then we're going to jump over to the house that I did. So I think you can pick up some tips from him. So notice, first of all, he's really good at mixing up the block palettes. So on the bottom story, he's got all stone here and gray tones, except for the trim. And then on the top, he did it all out of wood with all different types of wood. So mix up whatever you're doing. If you're working in stone, mix up the different types of stone. And if you're working in wood, try to mix up the different types of wood. And then try to mix up even the different types of blocks that you're using. And you can see that he's done a really good job of that here. And then he's added some details on the exterior. Try not to make just flat walls. Try to add some kind of detail around the house, or even as simple as like these trap doors on the wall, right? To give it a little bit of dimension. Planter boxes are always good. He threw in a little bit of red brick here for contrast. And then the roof line, look at the roof line, how he broke it up with stairs. Stairs and trap doors there. And then up here he did slabs and trap doors. So he didn't just do stair blocks. So you can kind of break out of that mindset of just doing everything with upside down stairs and stair blocks and things. And then he did this little pull out for a balcony. And then again, different types of blocks, right, for the pillars there. He's using fence posts. So those are all good ideas in the way he did the arch here. This was just a rectangle, but because of the way he framed it with this roof here, it makes it look curved, right? But this is just a flat wall up here. But it makes it look curved because of the way he uses stair blocks. And then he stuck a couple of upside down stairs there to complete the arch. So it makes it look like a nice big arch over this door. Here's a trick that he used for doing the walls with trapdoors. I thought that was pretty cool. And then up here, he used barrels. So this is a nice way to get a different look to the roof. So that's about all I want to say. Oh, the other thing he does, and a lot of YouTubers do this, is they'll do the roof out of stair blocks or slabs or whatever. Then they'll go back and they'll break out and they'll put in full blocks here and there. Now, you might not like that. I kind of like it. Sometimes I don't do it though. On some builds, I don't want it messed up like this. But sometimes it just makes the house look more interesting to mess it up a little bit like that. And when I do that, I put wool on top of the full blocks so that I don't leave spawning space up on the roof. And even the roof line there, you can see. And it's randomized. It just, it's totally random. There's no pattern here. That's something to kind of try and break out of that mindset of trying to make everything a pattern. Just trust yourself to make it look random and just keep trying random things. And if you don't like it, undo it and try something else. Here's a chimney idea. So the fire doesn't have to be down in the house. I like to put fireplaces in my house, but sometimes this works better. Just depends upon what you're going to do inside the house. Where you can show the chimney, it makes it look like the smoke's coming from inside, but it's really just campfires on top of the chimney. Then you can use trapdoors or you can use walls around the top there. I've seen it done both ways. I've done it both ways. So just a few things that you can pick up from his build. And so now, without spending the whole video on his build, let's pop over to one of mine. So I want to go to, I've done a couple of houses. Let's go to the big house. So this is my my place over by the castle. So here's the, I think you might have seen this already. There's the castle. This is one of them. And there's lots and lots to show here. We did a lot of work in the courtyard on this castle, but I don't want to like spend time on that today because it'll make the video too long. So this is the marketplace that's down the hill from the castle. And we originally built some houses to go in the courtyard of the castle and decided it'd be better to move them out here. So this is one of the houses that I built there. And I was trying to take inspiration from that mythical sausage build with the mix of the stone blocks and the textures for the stone. And then rather than barrels, I went with stripped spruce up here, and I did a dark oak roof. And I didn't mess up the roof on this one, I don't think. Let me see. Nope. I just left it plain. I didn't bust it up. I left it nice and clean. So the other thing is placement. A big house like this looks good if you place it up high. So this was like a little tiny hill. So we just basically used World Edit and just perched this house precariously on top of that little hill. And then it didn't look good at all. I thought about moving it, and then I thought, well, let me see what I can do with this hill. So another thing to think about is terraforming. Put your house in an area where you think it's going to look good, like the elevation and the surroundings and stuff, and then think about building up underneath it. So I just built a lot of this hillside. I just built it underneath the house after we placed the house here. And then I planted some trees around it to try and make it all kind of blend in. And I think it looks pretty good. It doesn't look it doesn't look too regular, you know. I got a nice random look, then did some bushes around the base of the house, path blocks, and then we perched this other house here. And so we just did a nice pathway between the houses. So the roads and the pathways really make up a community. So you can see here, even in these hills where it's not a planned community, we didn't really terraform this all and dig it up. We just put houses into the landscape and then terraformed around them to make them kind of like fit, right? To snuggle them into the landscape. And then we just did pathing between them, so it makes it look like a nice planned community. So here's our sauna. And I don't want to go into a lot of detail here because that wasn't the point of this video. We'll come back and look at it more later, but that turned out pretty nice. And then we have another build up there, and this is one of the ones that I built off of the mythical sausage inspiration. So stone, and then I do have a loft here. So it's a single story with a loft and planters, trapdoors, mix of oak, dark oak, stone, cobble, strip spruce, dark oak roof, and then you come on inside. I wanted a nice warm look, so dark oak plank. Sometimes I'll put carpet, sometimes I don't. I think this looks good just like this. And then decorated it with some furniture. I think the mossy green goes good with the dark oak. Bookshelves. Ender chests look good. That color of the ender chest looks better than a regular chest. I had a bed down here in the beginning because I needed a place to sleep while I was building it. Then, so I just left the bed there. That can be a guest bed. And then the centerpiece table here. So I got this idea. This is a modification of an idea that I got off of YouTube. And it's just an oak block in the middle with stair blocks, upside down stairs around the sides like this. And then you can make it two-tone by just filling in the corners with a different wood, right? I could have made this oak or whatever, but I decided to leave this one spruce. So that gives you a nice table, and it can be made as big as you want for this size house. This was a good size for it, so I just left it like that. Some chairs to sit on, and again, mixing up the materials so that it doesn't all just look the same. So I went with the cobblestone chairs, put some food up here, and a little something to eat, a little piece of fish, a little something to drink there, a little dessert over there, and then we've got our kitchen over here, and a place to wash the dishes, and the drain, and a stovetop, and an oven, and a little bit of storage, and then a place to relax by the fire. So these are just item frames with stair blocks, and can just sit there and warm up. And then we do have facilities back here for showering. And I wanted to put, you know, the rest of the bathroom in here, but I didn't want to mess with the shape of the place. So I put the bathroom down in the sauna area. And we can go down and we can look at that later. But, you know, we've got for right now, this is what we have here. The sink, you know. So I like this, the quartz stairs with the water, and the spigot, you know, that's just a tripwire hook. Some birch trapdoors, looks nice. The lighter color for the floor. Towels, hanging towels. So you got the end rod with a white banner hanging off the end rod. That's your towel rack. And then this is a functional shower. You just turn on the water, step in, clean yourself off, you know, wash up, step out. You can dry yourself off right here. You step in right here, and you'll drip down into the drain, and you know, the heat from the magma will dry you off. And then you can kind of come out here and relax a little bit, read, have something to eat, and then when it's time to hit the sack, you can sit here too and snooze. When it's time to hit the sack, you can kind of come upstairs, or actually, sorry about that, I haven't put the bed in up here, so you'd have to sleep downstairs. But this is going to be a bedroom right here, full-on bedroom. I haven't done it yet. Come on up here. I've got more storage up here. I've got a work area up here, and then over here is going to be my master bedroom right there. That's what that space is going to be reserved for. So I think made the most out of the space available. This turned out to be a pretty nice house. So that is the medieval build, meant to fit in with this medieval theme of the castle. And I think it fits good into the landscape too. So I think I'll leave it there. I don't want to make the video too long. I did want to show you an original build instead of just copycatting. So that's what this looks like, and I forgot about the smokestack. So here's an alternative to how you do the fireplace. So just stone. Well, I did a little messing back here, right, next to it. But this is just stair blocks and a full block with a couple of fence posts to give it that look. And then in this case, the smoke is actually coming from the fireplace. And by the way, the fireplace is hay bale with a campfire on top of it, with netherrack on top of that. Use some flint and steel to light the netherrack. That's what gives you that nice fire with lots of smoke. So I'll leave it there. Please click the like button if you like this. Leave your comments and questions below. I love to read those and respond. And if you want to make sure you don't miss out on future videos, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell. And thanks a lot for your support for the channel. I really appreciate it. I will keep making content as long as people are interested. Thanks a lot. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.